This could end Roblox.
The Schlep vs. Roblox situation has somehow gotten even
Is that supposed to be fucking Gojo? What is this? What is this little avatar?
more insane, and in the short time since my last video, basically just 12 hours, so much has happened that I don't even know where to start. First off, YouTube is silencing creators by completely banning the videos covering the Roblox situation.
Wait, are you fucking serious? Dude, I'm gonna have to check my videos. Hold on. Because I made like 2 or 3. I might be too small for them to even notice, though. Hold on. Ooh, there's my stream. No, that one's still up. 7 views. 121 views. Tectone's gay. That's 57 views. And that one has 10 views. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm too small to see.
Such as what happened to Ruben Sim earlier in the day, Roblox has started banning certain games after they released their official response, which proves they knew something about these problems long before but chose to do nothing about it. And to top it all off, Roblox's very own chief safety officer, Matt Kaufman, has been caught joining condo games on the platform, and there's a lot of evidence that shows he took zero action for almost a year. Before we get into all of that,
Wow. What a shocker that the guy who's defending pedophiles is also a piece of shit himself. Wow.
please make sure to like the video, subscribe, and comment free Schlep to help spread awareness. And
Yeah, hold on. I'll go ahead and we'll sub right now. I got you, buddy. Keep the topic alive.
Back against Roblox's attempts to bury the
Guampo.
truth. So let's start with the fact that YouTubers are literally being silenced for speaking out about this. Just recently, Ruben Sim posted a video exposing Roblox's inaction towards, and within hours, YouTube took it down under their so-called child safety policy. And here's the
fuck. Take a look at your content and our policies. Here's an example of your content didn't follow community guidelines, but make sure you follow all policies because it's your first time. It's just a warning. For what? You have 0 tolerance for predatory behavior on YouTube. Content that sexualizes minors in any ways. Not allowed. Are you fucking serious? Somebody who's like, oh my god, dude. I'm not getting into it. It's ridiculous.
Proudly announced a collaboration with Roblox to celebrate the platform hitting 1 trillion views on YouTube. Instead of silencing the like Roblox channels like Potamer, for example, which I'm hoping I don't have to explain his actions, the system is silencing the people exposing these people and the injustice that follows. And this isn't even new. Roblox has a history of brushing cases completely under the rug, because one part of Roblox's history that they never want to talk about, and something Ruben Sim actually highlighted in his video that was wiped, is the case of Arnold Castillo, better known as Dr. Ofatnik. Castillo wasn't just some
Dr. Ofatnik?
random person. He was a Roblox developer whose Sonic game racked up nearly 90 million visits and earned him thousands of dollars. Meanwhile, he was underage girls across Roblox and Discord. According to federal records,
that's so fucking crazy. That's so sad. That is so sad. That is so fucking sad that we have such evil people in the world that they would not. There's not only people that would do that to children, but we have a multi-billion-dollar company that is defending that. That is basically saying, we don't care that that's happening. We just want your money. That's all the greed, in my opinion, has always been like, a lot of people say, what is it? Is the worst sin? Is it wrath or something like that? Out of the 7 sins, 7 deadly sins, wrath, or maybe it's, I don't know. But I've always thought greed was the worst. It's because of shit like this. Is because for some reason it just causes such horrible, disgusting shit like this to happen. I hate it.
he manipulated a 15-year-old girl, convinced her that they were in a relationship, and even paid an Uber driver $1,000 to transport her across state lines to his home in New Jersey, where he did disgusting things. In 2023, he was sentenced to 15 years in prison.
See, if I was an Uber driver and I'm getting offered $1,000 to transmit to fucking, I can't talk, to take a young girl to a certain place, no. You report that shit, dude.
But here's the problem. People have been reporting him for years. Screenshots of him sending messages to minors were already circulating, yet Roblox left his game up, kept paying him through DevX, and only acted once the FBI got involved. That alone destroys their entire safety-first narrative. Roblox had his identity...
No. They don't fucking care about safety. They've never gave a shit about safety. They'll say it. Of course they'll say it. They'll say that they do, but they don't fucking care.
through
They
DevX,
don't want
we've
to put
had
the money
community
into
reports that even
moderating
had
it.
every reason to step in sooner, but
Because
they
you have to
chose
actually hire
not
people to do
And
that.
this is where the hypocrisy becomes impossible to ignore. When someone like Schlepp uses decoy accounts to catch Roblox refuses to ban, he gets punished. But when one of their own developers was literally a minor, they protected him until law enforcement forced their hand. Roblox isn't prioritizing child safety, they're prioritizing their brand. And the proof is right in how they handle their...
Which is so ironic because all they're doing is hurting their brand. Like, it's just a fact of life that predators exist, right? There's teachers that are predators. There's, nursery caretakers, there's predators everywhere, They go after kids. That happens. You have to try to minimize that, obviously. It's just a fact of life. It's fucked up, but it's a fact of life, and you have to look out for it and moderate it. But just brushing it under the rug is just going to start a bigger fire.
games. Roblox suddenly started banning a wave of notorious games like Dollhouse Roleplay and Club Iris, games that have been hotspots for degenerate behavior for years, but they only banned them after they were publicly called out. If safety was really the priority, these games would have been gone long ago. Instead, Roblox ignored the problem until their reputation was on the line. But the most insane part is here. Freedraw, a game I've already covered before. For anyone who doesn't know, Freedraw is supposed to be a harmless art game, but instead...
Alright, I'll let you... There you go.
Instead, its owner, Nicole, was exposed for drastically reducing punishments for predators. Under her own rule, even people who draw in front of kids were given 1-month bans, with Nicole herself saying can change and defending her right to...
The fact that they even acknowledged that it deserved a ban, but it wasn't perma, is fucking crazy. That is so fucking crazy. It's one thing to not see it, but you've just proven that you knew it happened. You knew it happened because you banned them. But you only did it for a month? Are you fucking serious? Not only should they have been perma-banned, that behavior should be forwarded to the police so that they could be fucking prosecuted. What the hell?
I'm back. She even protected her own girlfriend, Jasper, who has a disturbing history of following accounts that openly post and commissioning art involving children. When this came out 2 months ago, Roblox didn't take any action. Freedraw stayed up despite the overwhelming evidence that its owner, Nicole, was openly defending and protecting people tied to content. The game only got banned very recently, and even then it wasn't permanent. Roblox took it down for less than a day before quietly bringing it back online just 17 hours later.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
A game run by someone who said can change and reduced bans for people clear.
Racists can change, pedos can change, the worst people you could possibly think of can change. Okay, let's take this in for a second. Okay, racists, sure. I could accept that somebody might have been taught something as a child. They were taught to be hateful, and then they grew up and they met some of those people that they were taught to hate, and they went, wait a minute, they're not bad. I need to stop, thinking this way. Yeah, sure. There's a difference between that and somebody who not only is attracted to children, but have actively preyed on children. Whether you argue that they could change from that or not, to me, they're too far gone anyway, and they need to be put away for life. Even if they could go to rehab and be rehabilitated and not do it anymore. Even if you were to argue they could do that, I wouldn't care. They're too disgusting of a human being that they ruined a child's childhood. Took away their innocence. That is so disgusting. That is so fucking horrible. Yeah, hey guys, did you know that even though Hitler took out all those Jewish people, I mean, he could change, he just didn't have time to.
Really drawing
fucking
content
dumb
children
ass.
was allowed to operate for months without punishment. And when Roblox finally did step in, it was only after the massive public pressure and scrutiny over their child safety failures.
Yeah.
This just proves what I've been saying all along. Roblox doesn't care about their safety unless their brand is on the line. They ignored Freedraw for months, and they'll ignore condo games and until they're finally forced to act. And that brings us to the person who's supposed to be leading Roblox's child safety efforts, Matt Kaufman. For those who don't...
Yeah, fuck this guy. Fuck this piece of shit.
though, Kaufman is Roblox's chief safety officer. In other words, as an example, the balding guy from their biggest response video where they tried to reassure everyone that child safety is still their top priority. Briefly,
Yeah,
in my
sure.
last video, I mentioned Kaufman joining some of these Roblox
Sure it
games.
is.
At the time, I assumed he was doing it for moderation purposes, like to when the games actually got banned, the truth became extremely obvious. Kaufman wasn't moderating anything. He knew about these games for months, sometimes even close to years, and Roblox let them stay up until they got called out publicly. Let me just give you some examples. We'll start with Dollhouse Roleplay. Kaufman got the badges for this game on December 18, 2024, but the game only got banned just yesterday. For some context, the date of this recording is August 17, 2025. As I
Roleplay should be a fucking banned word. Why is any, like, this is a primarily, like, child-used app. You should have a moderation of just words. Why is lolly allowed? Why is roleplay allowed? Cuss words should probably be banned, right? Like, yeah, people are going to say cuss words, but, like, I don't know. There should be some level of moderation with this shit. It just doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. Well, it makes, let me take that back. It makes sense if you consider, you know, they just want money.
mentioned earlier in the video, that's months of Roblox.
But this is going to cost them a lot of money.
Knowing exactly what was happening in the game notorious for behavior, and he didn't do a thing until the PR backlash forced him to.
What a shock.
There's another game, ironically made by official Teddy, a condo game titled Untitled Unmastered. Kaufman earned a badge here on October 18, 2024. Roblox didn't ban Teddy's account or his games until just a month or two ago. That's nearly a year of looking the other way despite knowing who Teddy was and what kind of content was being pushed. Another game is Catalina Says Hi. Kaufman.
Yeah. So, I mean, we basically have confirmation that they know what's happening. They know, I mean, we already kind of knew that, but now we really know that there's at least one guy who's actually supposed to be the guy who's moderating, you know, he's the safety dude, and he's engaging in it to some degree, at least enough to where he should know what's happening.
On July 1st, 2023, meaning he got that badge on that exact date. Yet the game wasn't banned until April 24th, 2024. Again, almost a year later. Roblox clearly knew what was happening, but refused to act until it was convenient for them. Then another game called Welcome to Romy. Kaufman joined this game on April 30th, 2023, but the game was only banned literally 5 days ago. That's not proactive safety, that's damage control, plain and simple.
Yeah.
So what does this tell us? It proves that Roblox's leadership...
It tells us that Roblox is a soulless, disgusting corporation that doesn't care how many children get hurt as long as it fills their wallets up with cash.
Specifically, the guy who's supposed to be in charge of safety wasn't shutting down these games when he was first aware of them.
Nasty.
He was letting them thrive until
Nasty
the backlash
bitch.
became impossible to ignore. In their eyes, it's not about protecting kids, it's about protecting Roblox's reputation. And honestly, the first step Roblox should be taking here is simple. Matt Kaufman needs to resign. If the chief safety officer, the guy at the very top of the chain, can spend over a year collecting badges in condo games without shutting them down, then clearly he doesn't know how to moderate anything. You can't call yourself the leader of child safety while letting thrive under your watch. But beyond Kaufman, Roblox as a whole has no excuse for how broken their moderation is. They keep acting like this is some impossible...
It kind of sucks because part of me, I have no attachment to Roblox. So part of me is like, just ban it. Just ban the game. You know, just get rid of it. Fuck this game. But at the same time, I really don't like seeing works of art just, you know, disappear. You know, I don't like seeing media just be lost in general. I really don't like that. So I don't want that to be the option. But if it means protecting kids because this corporation doesn't want to, whatever. But obviously the course of action that's going to happen is, what is it? Louisiana is fucking suing them. And there's all this other legal shit happening. Chris Hansen's getting involved. Like, this has blown up quite a bit. Probably a lot bigger than they were hoping it would. But it's blowing up. And that's what they fucking deserve. All this negative shit to them.
Platform, when in reality there are basic, obvious solutions that they refuse to implement. In fact, just recently they bragged about listening to the community when people point out unsafe content. That's fine, but that's reactive. If you actually cared about protecting kids, you'd focus on being preventative. Here's what Roblox could do tomorrow if they wanted. Add an automated filter that scans every single game title before it's published. Even better, scan what's inside the game. The models, assets, chat scripts, before it even hits the front page. Right now, a condo game could be published in seconds, and we're actually seeing that right now if you search up XYZ on Roblox.
Yeah, I mean, I could understand, like, some things get through, right? some things get through, you know. There's people who will put things out there, it doesn't quite get scanned, but when people report shit, you need to look at it. You need to actually take it seriously and go, okay, is this a legitimate report or is this just bullshit? Because some people do false report shit, they false flag stuff. That happens. But that doesn't mean you just ignore all of them.
You'll see hundreds of games with the same exact profile game. Basically, the whole thing is just a copy and paste. That should never happen. You should need to pass an automated check before a single player can join. If Roblox really wanted to put their money where their mouth is, they'd hire a dedicated moderation team whose entire job is engaging directly with the community. I'm not just talking about faceless moderation tickets. I mean 20 to 100 people working full-time whose work is to actively review reports, investigate games, and most
Might
importantly,
need more than that, because what is it, 100 million players a day? But the thing is, the more players, the more money you're getting in anyway. So get a nice sized team that can actually look at this shit. You know, maybe you got a team in one area of the world, another team in another area of the world. You know, it's like you know, players who get reported that live in, I don't know, the United States. You know, the people in the United States look at it, right? I don't know. I don't know. I've never done this shit before, but I feel like there's an easy answer, a relatively easy answer, especially for a game that makes as much money as Roblox.
importantly, give the community regular updates about what actions are being taken. Transparency builds trust, and right now, Roblox has absolutely none. So let me just quickly do the math. If you pay about 20 full-time moderators $60,000 a year, and that's only what, about $6 million over 5 years? Sounds like a lot to normal people, but Roblox just lost $12 billion in
Yeah,
stock value over this whole mess in just less than a week.
it's what they fucking deserve. Yeah, I saw this shit. Fuck them. Make them lose more.
Compare that to spending $6 million every month to actually fix your platform. Is pocket change for them. The bottom line is, Roblox could resolve
Yeah.
this if they
And you guys probably don't realize just how much more a billion is than a million. Like, it's so much more. It's
actually
insane.
cared. The technology
A million is a fraction of a billion. It is a minuscule amount.
definitely exists because I'm friends with one of the developers who've actually coded a system on Roblox that detects condo avatars. Can't be any more difficult to do something like that for a Roblox game, checking scripts for example, or just models in the game in general. But here's the dumb part. Money is not an excuse for Roblox because according to Roblox's own second quarter 2025 financial report, they pulled in over $1 billion in revenue in just 3 months. That is an
Yeah.
official document that you could actually check on Roblox's
That is so
website
much
right
money.
now. If you scale that out across a full year, they're on track to bring in more than $4 billion annually. Roblox isn't failing
Yeah,
because they don't have money or
multi-billion
the
dollar
manpower.
company.
They're failing because they don't care. Their priority is their brand image.
Is there any game out there as profitable as this right now? Maybe Fortnite. I don't know how much Fortnite makes, but they probably make a lot. I know Minecraft is profitable, but the thing is, Minecraft, I don't think has any like in-game store. So their sales, even though I think Minecraft is the most sold game of all time, um, it's still like you just buy the game and that's it. And I don't. It's not even a $60 game either.
And keeping investors happy, not protecting the kids who make up majority of the platform. Before ending this video off, I just want to point out that
Dads,
Roblox
give
made
me
yet
more
another
Robux,
update to their
please.
so-called safety response, and this time they quietly slipped in an edit that says they're now considering making the change to 18 years old instead of 17 years old for certain experiences that include private spaces like bedrooms or bathrooms. Think about what this means for a second, because instead of directly addressing the massive problem on their platform, Roblox is nitpicking whether the actual age cutoff should be 17 or 18 for hanging out in condo games. They're nuts.
I mean, it should probably be 18, right? I mean, unless you're gonna argue that like rated M games are 17 and up, but I think 18 is a better cutoff.
Solving the issue, that's just completely dodging accountability. Sure, this could solve the
Yeah,
problem,
they're
but
just
why are these games
they're just focusing on the wrong thing. Like, who the fuck cares? Just ban all this like inappropriate shit. It's so much more simple. Just ban the inappropriate shit. Ban anything that says lolly. Ban anything that's has anything to do with pedophilia. Ban anything that's like sexual. Like, why is it even on there? There's nothing like cool about that.
and a platform made for children. The fact that this was their priority instead of just banning these games completely shows you exactly how disconnected they are from the real problem that players face every single day.
Yeah, they're out of touch.
Roblox does not need more edits to their PR statements. They don't need to tiptoe around optics. What they need is accountability, action, and leadership that actually takes the safety of their community seriously. And that's why I'm going to keep covering this, because if we don't call it out, nobody will. So if you made it this far in the video, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and share it with others. The more people who see this, the harder it becomes for Roblox to bury the truth.
Well, there it is. Guampo. Go ahead and go and support him. He's been doing real good.